I sang earlier to Arthur and he burst out crying. Like, was one of the worst cries I've ever heard. Like, it wasn't just a normal, like, he does. It was like a proper
scream of mortal terror.
It was like I just told him that he was adopted and then stabbed his birth mother. It was awful.
Well, that's good, then.
Oh, was it recording?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
The following is a No Please Don't Podcast Network production. Please visit us at www.nopleasedon'tpodcast.com for more.
It's more confusing than Inception, harder than an erection. It's cooler than Andre 3000. Oh, let's get ready for Sweet Connection.
Hello and welcome to Sweet Connection. I am your host, Kat. It's with me today. It's Jason Lewis. Jason, how are you doing?
Hello. Yeah, good, thanks.
How have you been this very week?
Oh, I started my new job.
Did you?
Yeah, finally.
Okay.
I'm no longer unemployed. And
So can you like our Facebook page again or not yet?
don't know yet.
Because you had to not like our Facebook page because you didn't want to be associated with our podcast.
Well, there's an internet
on the
check.
interweb.
There's an internet check of my name, so I had to be safe. So they listen to the show. Probably not keeping my job, am I?
You said a few tasty things over the months, haven't you?
Yeah. My boss is Cambodian as well.
That would be awkward. So, how are you finding your new job?
Yeah, good. Lot busier than I thought I would be. So I've hit because it's a new business in the town. I've hit the ground running a lot better than I thought I would, which is good. Like, I was expecting nothing, but I've got something. Okay. That's all I can say.
So is it weird going back to work after 4 weeks off?
Yeah, really weird. Like, because I'm in the office. I'm in Ipswich at the minute, like training, and I'm just like, oh shit, now it's bloody hell, it's 10 o'clock and I haven't napped. It's 10 o'clock. I can't watch Homes Under the Hammer. I'm missing out all the game.
I bet you love shit like that. I bet you love daytime. Homes Under the Hammer.
That's my favourite show.
Location.
Nah, I hate the bitch who hosts that.
What's her name? Kathy?
Kirsty.
Kirsty?
We know all about Kathy's.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
No, but it was like Phil Spencer and Kirsty Allsop or something. I fucking hate the two of them.
How about Grand Designs?
Oh,
I bet you love Grand Designs.
I just came in my pants.
God.
My favourite programme is George Clark.
I don't know who that is.
He's a property guy. He does George Clark's Amazing Spaces, which is like little projects, and then George Clark's From Ugly House to Lovely House. Beautiful programme, that is.
I bet you just...
I binge watched that whilst off. There's 3 series, about like 8 episodes per series, hour long. Watched them all with a child. Yeah, no, I love it. On Really, the Freeview channel, today they had Homes and Hammer on all day. What a perfect first Father's Day.
And that is all you've done today, I
watched
I assume that you haven't even seen or spoken to your actual child. You've just been watching Homes Under the Hammer.
Actually, he rolled over today for the first time.
I know, I saw. So. That's good.
Yeah,
right?
It's good. It's about time, to be honest.
About time?
He's 5 months old.
Okay.
Apparently it should be done like in the first few months. But it's a big achievement.
So when do they start speaking and walking?
I think around about the year mark.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is it like...
I'll come back to you on that.
So is it walking first or talking first? Or you don't know?
It varies, I think. I think it's like... I think you speak first. Like.
So when will you start walking?
When they invent a car that you can stand up in.
Speaking of cars, you drove an absolute tank today. I saw you trying to park it. It was like it was like trying to park a jumbo jet.
I'll call it the party bus. I'm driving a Citroen Grand C4S. It's fucking massive.
It's huge.
It's a people carrier. It's a 7-seater. Basically, my company car is waiting to get all its stickers done in it to say like Felixstowe and all this stuff.
Stickers? What do you mean stickers?
Like, it's going to be a branded car.
What do you have stickers? Oh, okay.
So, and it's going to have like Felixstowe all over it and stuff like that as well. Which is where we live, by the way, everybody. If you want to put that in the show.
Shout out to Felixstowe.
And it hasn't been done yet. So, I'll get it within the next month. And they said, we'll get you a hire car. I made the mistake, and when they said, have you got any preference? I should have just said, not a people carrier. Instead, I just said, as long as it's got enough. I said, I've got a baby. I said, I've got a baby.
Not 6
one
babies.
Baby.
Not 6 babies plus you for 7 seats.
No, I said, I've got one baby. They're going to be a fucking people carrier. And the thing is, this little old frail woman.
So when you went to like see what car you've got, were you not just like, I don't want a people carrier, I want a convertible?
Oh, well, the last time I had a hire car, this is something else. They gave me 19-plate 3 Series BMW, which was
that's
nice.
pretty tasty.
Yeah,
that's nice.
But so I was half expecting that because it was the same company. And this little old, gosh, she could only been like 4'5". She was tiny. Woman come in the
shorter
office,
than Laura?
probably about the same height.
Jesus.
That
is, I've never met anyone who's actually shorter than my fiancée Laura, who is 4'9".
You got married yet?
No.
Oh, okay. What was I saying? Yeah, so she came into the office and was like, I'm dropping off a car for Jason Lewis. I was like, yeah, that's me. Thinking, oh, good. You know, it's not going to be a bus. She dropped it off.
It's pretty much a bus, though,
She gave me the fob. It's not a key, it's a fob, for starters. And took me outside. I went, this is it. And I went, you haven't got a car.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's what it was. And then, because this is my first day, so I couldn't, like, kick off or anything, could I? And then my regional manager sort of walked up the path, and they just saw me, and then just burst out laughing. I was like, great, this is what I'm going to be known as now, isn't it? The bloody bus driver.
So not a good first day. When
no.
your regional manager walks up to you and bursts out laughing
at me.
Not
whilst
a
I'm
good
driving
sign.
a fucking bus. Other than that, it's actually quite a smooth ride, and it's got a really nice dashboard on it, and I put my phone up and all that's quite cool.
It's just 50 feet long. That's the problem.
Yeah. I had 5-a-side football the next day.
You could fit your entire team in there.
I did actually put it out there. I was like, should I take you all? But then I actually thought to myself, I'm not doing that. Yeah. So I should only have it for hopefully a maximum of 3 weeks. Watch me have it for the next 5 years or something. That'd be horrendous, wouldn't it? 5 years' time, I'll probably need a car like that.
You're going to have 5 more children?
No, I'm not. Cassandra,
how many children do you want to have?
1.
That's exactly what I keep saying to Laura. And she's
Can
like,
you have your one so my one has a friend?
Not for a while,
Oh, please.
Not for a good full 5 years.
Oh, that'd be weird, a 5-year-old hanging around with a newborn.
I agree, so maybe they won't hang around.
I'll have to have another one then, won't I?
Yes. It's like you did so much work for the first one.
Wait, you
did 30 seconds. You did 30 seconds work. I stole your joke. 30 seconds work, and then I believe Cassandra did all of the work up until that.
Yeah, a bloody hell was stressful for me.
So it's Father's Day. It's your first Father's Day.
It's my first Father's Day.
How does it feel being a father?
It almost felt like another birthday.
Did
It was great. I got loads of presents.
Did you?
Yeah, he made me a picture.
Did he though? Was it actually him?
Like
or
a key ring and all this stuff.
Was it actually him, or was it?
Well, the
probably...
picture was like his footprints painted as, you know, like the sun, and it has like bits coming off it. His footprints with the bits coming off it, which is quite nice.
You know how the sun is foot shaped? Yeah,
yeah. And then I went out for steak at Minnow Carter.
Oh,
with my
quite expensive.
With my uncle-in-law, who is my child's godfather. So
thanks for that.
Well, you can have the next one.
I'd probably. Oh, really? I can have the next one.
When you have a child, can I be the godfather?
I don't believe in God, so we probably won't be having godparents.
Oh, go on.
Oh, you got fine.
Well, yeah.
I got fine.
Or if you want to get a half Christian like we're doing, I think they're called guide parents.
Guide parents.
Yeah, but we're just called them godparents.
What is a half christening?
You know, it's not.
So they only dunk half the baby in the water.
No, we're not dunking the baby.
You're not dunking it.
So basically, it means that he's not always attached to the church. So when he grows up, if he wants to be attached to the church, he can be. Are you coming still to the christening?
Yes, we will be. Good. Yeah, in the 7 years between now and the christening, it's quite a while away, isn't it?
Yeah,
You sent out the fucking invites about 40 years before the christening.
Yeah, before we even met Cassandra.
I'm sure we'll get like a sort of live broadcast. Maybe if I bring a few microphones,
we'll record the show there.
We'll record the show there. That'd be good. Yeah.
Whilst the vicar's talking, we'll be
I fucking hate God. Never believed in the cunt.
Boo! Where's the ghosts?
Where's Kathy?
Oh, that knobhead. Anyway, what have you been up to this week?
We've been selling stuff. I've been selling more stuff than you've been selling, mate, this week. We bought last week a new fireplace and several accessories.
Electric fireplace, or?
Yes, electric fireplace.
With surround.
Yes, so we had to sell the old fireplace, and we also bought some new garden furniture, so we had to sell the old garden furniture.
Wow.
Selling stuff on Facebook's weird, isn't it?
Oh, I just saw my car, actually. On
Facebook?
My normal...
How many messages did you get? I bet you got 55 because
I kept getting phone calls as well, which was really fucking annoying.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
For this one fireplace, I got like 16 people message me within about 2 hours. I have never talked so much about fires in my life.
What I like is you put it up there, and the first question you get is this still available? Yes, I only put it up 3 fucking minutes ago, mate.
Is this still available, and will you take £5 off the asking price?
No, I sold it yesterday, but I thought I'd put it up today.
So many people messaged me. It was so gory. But we did sell it. We sold it to the most working class woman you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, yeah.
She made me look middle class, right? I'm a proud working class man, and I felt fucking positively upper class. She had about 3 teeth.
Oh, tally-ho!
She was fagging it
Oh.
with a cigarette. That means cigarette, by the way, not fags as in like a homophobic slur. She was having a cigarette there. Just so people not listening in the UK who are unaware what the term fagging it means. That could be misconstrued.
Welcome to Bigot Hour with Ben Campbell.
She was fagging it, and she was like, yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, it's a nice fire. That'll keep my kids warm this winter.
How much do you want for it? And I was like, £20. He was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, here it is. So I probably could have got away with more than that. But then
£100.
100 yen. Actually, no, because that would probably be about 40p. But then it didn't fit in her car. So that was a bit awkward.
Oh, no.
Then she had to phone a taxi. We could have used your people carrier because they phoned the taxi company and said, have you got like a van or a people carrier? And they brought in this fucking massive fucking boat car. It was massive. And only because like this fireplace is huge. It was very wide and very deep.
Yeah.
And they only just fit in this fucking massive tank.
I never would have thought of phoning a taxi.
I wouldn't have thought either, but also they have like vans and stuff on call. So so if you needed to like sort of rent a van,
move a
fireplace, from one place to another very quickly, you could rather than like rent a van, phone this Felixstowe taxi service, and they'll have full transits and stuff. Job done. That's quite clever. I never knew that. I mean,
that's actually a really smart business idea as well, isn't it?
They should probably advertise that, because I had no idea that was a thing. So work on your fucking advertising, Felixstowe Taxis. But also, sponsored by Felixstowe Taxis.
Is it Car Smart?
Yes, it's Car Smart.
I fucking love their advert. Do you ever hear it on the radio?
Yeah, it's so
just
catchy.
One man, isn't it,
It's really catchy, so I know exactly what number.
Car Smart 01394 275 275. Cool, Car Smart.
No, it's if you live in Felixstowe and don't want to drive, it's 275 275. Yeah. Just call Car Smart, will arrive. 275 275.
They've got those two. Every single one where it's the guy having a conversation with himself, and he goes, "What are you doing this week?" "Oh, well, I'm going to the seafront this weekend." "Oh, how are you getting there?" "Oh, I don't know." It's
like he's schizophrenic. I need to go to the mental hospital because I'm talking to myself.
I need a lift to the mental hospital. "Oh, well, you need Car Smart today." "Car Smart, you say?" "Yes, on 01394 275 275. What was the number again?"
I'm pretty sure they probably owe us money because we've given them a lot of free publicity.
I think, yeah.
Car Smart, we're fucking coming for you. All right.
Moving on to the rest of the show and that man's voice.
Did you see the news? This is crazy news. Shut up. Did you see the news? Stop it now. First official warning of the show. Okay. 3 strikes, you're out. Have you heard the news that Justin Bieber has challenged Tom Cruise to a cage fight?
I have. I didn't even know they had any beef, did you?
They had no beef as far as I'm aware. He just randomly challenged a man, by the way, 31 years older than him. Tom Cruise is 56.
And he does his own stunts as well, And Justin Bieber rhymes with stunt.
It would usually be quite unfair to challenge a man 31 years older than you to a mixed martial arts fight, but Tom Cruise is fit as a fucking fiddle. He would decimate Justin Bieber. And also, by the way, he's mental. He's actually he's a fucking nutter. Yeah. He jumps on sofas. He's part of the Church of Scientology. I'm not sure whether we should start beef with the Church of Scientology.
Earther, isn't he?
Maybe.
Someone said that the Earth was like a bowl of porridge. I can't remember who that is. Who said that? It was one of these reality TV stars, I think. Did you hear that?
It's not B.O.B. because he is the most famous flat earther.
Is he? Who's B.O.B.?
He's a rapper.
Airplanes.
Airplanes. He believes that the Earth is flat. His absolute proof for that is being on a plane with a spirit level and the bubble being in the middle. As if the bubble's going to have a curve in it.
So the in-between, as James Buckley suggests, the world is shaped like a bowl as he weighs into Flat Earth debate. It was him.
He must be taking the piss, though, isn't he?
No? He said he spent a week with one and now he believes it.
I think he's taking the piss. Isn't he like 45?
31.
31.
Anyway, sorry, so we're talking...
He is the exact age between Justin Bieber and Tom Cruise. A fairer fight would be Tom Cruise versus whatever the fuck his name is. The guy from The In-Betweeners and Justin Bieber.
Has Tom Cruise responded?
I don't know at the moment.
I said that all I saw was Justin Bieber challenges him. No, he hasn't responded.
Good, because he is a 56-year-old man. He doesn't have to respond to
Justin Bieber backtracks and said he wasn't serious about fighting Tom Cruise.
Was he, though? I don't know. Who would win that fight, though, do you reckon?
I think Justin Bieber's going through some shit at the minute, isn't he?
I think he is shit at the moment. I think
Who would
he
win?
is this
Tom
year.
Cruise? Can Justin Bieber even throw a punch?
I don't think he can.
He can spit on kids.
So I think that he thinks he's hard, because I've seen a clip.
A bit like you.
Pretty much, yeah. Except, I'm a little bit tougher than Justin Bieber.
Apart from that, you play rugby, so you are hard.
My cock's hard as nails.
Oh.
What are we talking about? I'm definitely going to edit that
No
bit
wonder
out.
you go through like 50 blow-up dolls a week.
It's single use only, isn't it? It's like a condom. Use one, throw it away.
What it is, you start and then it just goes along the room. You have to chase it.
It's flying across the room, leaking my spunk, getting it everywhere. It's like a sprinkler. It's just...
It's like that water gun. Oh, it's back.
And Laura opened the door, and there's me trying to use a mop to get a blow-up doll from the top of the lampshade.
Blow-up doll just sort of fizzing around the room.
What are we talking about?
Justin
Tom
Bieber?
Bieber?
Cruise and Justin Bieber.
Were we?
Shagging in an octagon.
Yeah.
Do you know what would be a good fight to see?
What?
Justin Bieber versus Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby would fucking decimate,
Yeah.
He would smother him.
And he can tap out for a Teletubby.
I think that he thinks he's hard because I've seen a clip where he is walking to get into a car and he's in London.
Oh, that was
and
years ago, wasn't it?
some paparazzi guy, like some big fucking bruiser paparazzi guy, calls him a twat. And then he tries to swing for him and is held back by a security guard. Like this, like 7 stone is
dripping wet.
Dripping wet is trying to take on this absolute thug paparazzi man. And he thinks it's like, really? But also, he is surrounded by a pretty toxic group of people.
Yeah.
It's everyone trying to
Oh, Oprah.
well, yeah. It's a lot of unsavoury characters trying to get into his inner circle.
Yeah.
Anyway, for the
Speaking of Justin Bieber.
Fucking hell, Jason.
Dealing with
We've got a show-
paparazzi.
Oh, what? So you... Go on.
Speaking of
You're
Justin
serious?
Bieber, like dealing with paparazzi.
Yeah.
How have you dealt with the paparazzi since we've gone viral?
Oh, basically, I've had big sweaty men trying to break into my house.
Yeah, but that's every day.
Exactly. Basically, it's no different. Can I move on to the next topic, please? About you interrupting about Justin Bieber. Since Friday, Theresa May resigned. We officially have no Prime Minister. There is a Conservative leadership race.
Yes.
Have you been paying attention?
I have, actually.
Okay.
I'm quite intrigued.
What do you think? Also, it's weird that since Friday, we've had no Prime Minister and everything appears to be okay.
We're all right.
Can't we just go on without having no Prime Minister?
Well, Boris Johnson is a clear front runner,
Yes.
which I don't understand how people can just look at Boris Johnson and think, yeah, he's a cool guy. The guy's a fucking idiot.
He's a flop-haired...
Out of all of them, my favourite one is Rory Stewart. I quite like him. My father-in-law has been talking to me
He's
a
your
lot about him.
favourite Conservative. I don't have a favourite Conservative, Jason.
It's like asking what sort of disease you want to die from,
Yeah.
really, isn't it? But Rory Stewart seems quite cool. But he
I've never
only
heard of
just
him.
scraped through. He's a weird-looking guy. Only a mother could love him. Out of all of them, it's just, like I said, it's asking what disease you want to die from. It's
So the top 3 frontrunners, obviously Boris Johnson,
Boris Johnson, who can't walk in a straight line,
Michael Gove,
who does coke on a reg, apparently,
Jeremy Hunt.
who's a rhymes with Hunt.
Yeah, he
I've
is...
made that joke twice now.
It doesn't matter. He is the worst person, Jeremy Hunt.
I was around someone's house the other day valuing it, and they work for the NHS, and they talk about this, and they went, we cannot have that fucking Jeremy fucking cunt in Hunt. I was like, whoa, alright. So, look, when you work for the NHS, you'll understand how much you hate Jeremy Hunt. I was like, I don't need to work for the NHS to know how much of a bellend he is. And have you seen how the way Michael Gove drinks water?
No.
We can't have that man running the country
You could
with
just
the
show
way
me a
he drinks
picture.
water. Remember we looked at Trump trying to drink water?
Yeah.
This is worse.
With both hands.
Michael Gove. I just need to put D and it comes up with drinking water.
Okay.
He goes like this. He gets all his lips around
He's got
it.
weird lips, isn't he?
Yeah, look at the fucking state of this crackhead.
Oh my god.
He's probably getting his big old bloody mouth lips. Mouth lips.
Mouth lips, as opposed to arse lips.
It's just a nutter, isn't he?
It's like he's given that glass a blowjob. That is essentially what he's doing.
At least he's not doing it. If he'd done that like Trump, two-handed, then we've got problems. But we've still got problems anyway.
He said this week that he did cocaine when he was younger. I'm actually fine with him saying that. I believe every single politician has done cocaine at some point.
I'm pretty sure they still do it. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
The stress of that job.
So it's very ironic how there's like some people saying he shouldn't be in the leadership race because of that. When if you got everyone out of the race who had done cocaine, did you not think Boris Johnson has not done cocaine before?
He's done
genuinely.
He's
really
done some shit now, doesn't he?
Exactly. That explains a lot of his
And
actions.
I think he's like a serial adulterer as well, or someone is. I won't listen.
You know,
it's like we spoke about it
they all,
last
like-
week, weren't it? Obviously, Tony Blair like brought in the drugs, didn't he?
They all
Room in the
slap women's asses, and they all
Yeah.
like touchy-feely because they're just old, creepy, powerful men.
Yeah.
And they get off by touching women inappropriately, and they're just bad people.
See, if he becomes Prime Minister, I think Boris Johnson's going to try and motorboat the Queen. Come here, Liz!
Imagine how saggy the Queen's tits are.
Oh, you leave her alone.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Royalist over there. Don't be talking about the Queen's tits. Her Majesty's tits.
Magnificent tits, Your Majesty. No, lovely woman. Yeah, like, who would you like to be in charge of the country, Ben?
Oh.
If you could have anyone in the country.
So it's not even a
Doesn't even need to be a
politician.
Just
anyone.
Celebrity, your mate, your mum.
Mr. Blobby.
Sound. He'd just go into the EU and just fucking try and fight everybody.
He'd get dragged out by security.
The problem is, if that happens, Noel Edmonds is going to become like Prime
Chancellor.
Minister.
Yeah.
You know what he's like? Christ.
Oh, he's a bit right wing, that guy.
Yeah.
No, it's an absolute shit show. But it's probably going to be Boris Johnson. Although I have heard that the other ones are going to try and band together to stop him. But the thing is, he has got such a grassroots support. He's almost certainly going to win. That is the case. But also, that's probably good for everyone else, because if you have Boris Johnson in charge of them, hopefully that means when it comes to the next election, he will sink them. And the other parties, whomever you support, will do better because you have that idiot steering the fucking Titanic directly into the iceberg.
How's it affecting your work?
What is?
Like, all this government money?
Nothing. It's not affecting my work in the slightest.
That's good.
Is it affecting your work?
I just get a load of people saying, I'm not going to do anything until Brexit. And then 2 weeks later, they change their mind because nothing's going to change.
So they won't buy a house until Brexit is...
They won't sell their house.
Why?
But,
surely you fucking sell your house now before Brexit happens and
yeah.
before the crash happens.
That's what I tell them.
Are they idiots?
And then they're like, oh yeah. Well, I better call my taxi today. Yeah. No, I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you, but I'd rather not have Boris Johnson lead the shit show. It's like getting Mr. Blobby to host
It's worse.
a cooking show. It could only end in disaster.
It can only end with someone having hot water thrown in their face.
Fire.
As he screams directly into the camera.
It can only happen as the plastic suit that Mr. Blobby wears melts as it's on fire, and the guy inside gets such severe burns that he can't get escape.
And it fuses with the guy underneath, turns into this hideous Mr. Blobby hybrid, and he becomes Blobby. And then he gets a horror film just titled Blobby.
Can't talk probably because he's inhaled so much like toxic fumes, and he does actually sound like Mr. Blobby.
And he gets home that day to like see his wife, and his wife screams, and his kids run away in fear. And he's like,
They come to hospital to visit him.
I'm taking the kids to mum's. And he sits there broken with a bottle of whiskey.
With Noel Edmonds with his arm around his shoulder. He's thinking, how could my life get any worse?
And then it
could be worse. I could be fucking Boris Johnson.
And then he grabs the bottle, smashes it on the table, stabs Noel Edmonds through the neck, and then goes on a murderous rampage.
So think of your life in that scenario. That's what life will be if Boris Johnson takes over the country.
That is literally going to be everybody's life. You heard it here first, guys.
We know. We just know these things.
We know these things. Right, shall we do verses?
Fight!
Justin Bieber versus Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah. Have we done that one?
Mr. Blobby versus the Teletubbies.
No, but I'm going to say that one for the next one. Who do you think we're going to fight between Daniel Radcliffe and Danny Minogue?
Does Daniel Radcliffe have any of his powers, or is he just...
He's just normal actor, everyday man, Daniel Radcliffe.
Well, he's quite a little man as well, isn't he?
He's very little.
He's a little talking man.
5'6", yeah. He's actually shorter than I am.
Danny Minogue is quite a...
She looks feisty. She looks like
she looks like quite a bitch, doesn't it?
She'd get her fake nails and she'd sharpen them into points.
Like her stilettos.
Yeah, she'd like whittle that down to a point, pick that up. She's got her claws.
She'd use her nails to sharpen the heel. Oh. She should actually put a proper scar in Daniel Radcliffe's head to be like Harry Potter. I'm going to go Danny Minogue.
I think it's definitely Danny Minogue. Because she looks like a hard nut.
That was easy.
Okay. How about Dame Judi Dench versus Dame Edna? Now let's bear in mind that Dame Edna is actually underneath it all, believe it or not, spoiler alert, a man.
No.
He's a drag act. However, Dame Judi Dench, although quite small, also looks like she would chew you up and spit you out.
With words.
With what you should give you a real scolding.
Yeah.
Would she tell off Dame Edna?
Yeah.
So badly that he just...
Sort yourself out! Oh, she's the queen now, apparently.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Dame Judi Dench will fucking... She's got her boys anyway. She hangs around with, like, Tiny Temper and all that lot.
What?
Not Tiny Timber.
What are you on about?
Who's Lethal Bizzle? He says Dench. He's got a clothing line called Dench.
Yes.
With Emmanuel Frimpong, if you remember him, who no longer plays football. You have no idea what I'm on about.
I don't know what you're saying, Jason.
And they use Dame Judi Dench as like their model for their clothing line because it's Dench.
So if I've got no idea what you're saying, the listeners haven't got any clue what you're saying.
So basically, Judi Dench is quite paddy with Lethal Bizzle, and I'm pretty sure Lethal Bizzle knows some people that will like deal with Dame Edna.
Have you seen her and Lethal Bizzle in the same room? Because I think that
Here we go.
I think that his tagline being Dench is quite a coincidence and not in any related to Dame Judi Dench.
I'll tell you what, I fucking love this segment of the show where Jason's right. Oh, Lethal Bizzle teaches Dame Judi Dench how to rap. Oh look, there's a video of them together. Oh look, 2 million views.
Yes.
I bet those 2 million people listen to the show.
But is that the reason that his tagline is Dench? Is it not just...
No. Oh look, there's Dame Judi Dench wearing his hat. They're friends, alright?
Alright, fine.
Is Jason right? Oh yes, she fucking is. What a surprise. Anyway.
Okay, so saying that she calls up Lethal Bizzle.
Lethal, I have a problem. I have a lethal problem.
LB. Come on.
Yo, fam.
Yo, fam.
Your boy's round here now.
I need a gun. Get me a gun.
If you need a car, call 01304 275 275. Oh, fuck. We owe them quite a lot of money, probably.
No, they owe us money.
True. Anyway, yeah, so that happens. And then Lethal Bizzle's like, alright, James. Right, yeah. I'll sort you out, love. Cockney, innit? I think. I don't know. And then he'll get his boys on Dame Edna, and then she'll be no more.
Okay, good. Well, that certainly answers that question. How about Jack the Ripper versus Jackie Chan?
Well, we don't know who Jack the Ripper is.
Yes, but obviously he was...
His name might not even be Jack.
It almost certainly is not Jack. That's a very poor...
I mean, like Graham.
Graham
the Ripper.
Doesn't have quite as good a ring to it, does it? So we're saying Jack the Ripper with a knife versus Jackie Chan, who's also an amazing fighter.
Yeah, but Jackie Chan's quite old. But they're saying that Jack the Ripper's definitely dead.
Almost certainly dead.
He might be. In their primes.
Both in their prime.
See, the thing is, he only attacked women, didn't he?
He didn't, yeah.
In the dark.
He did, yeah.
From behind.
He didn't attack a specially trained martial artist.
Yeah.
So you think if you actually picked up someone his own size,
yeah,
Jackie Chan would do like a sweet kick or a sweet karate
yeah, Jackie
kick.
Chan would like do some like flip
He'd
kick.
pick up a chair and he'd use the chair and
he'd dance around the chair, do a flip off it.
He'd pick up like a ladder as well, and he'd use the ladder in a way, and then he'd
like monkey bar it.
That's exactly what he'd do, and then do a giant spinning kick.
Yeah,
definitely. Okay.
Yeah, Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan, that's good. Last one, who'd win a fight between Tiger Woods and Bear Grylls? Let's say that Tiger Woods has got his golf club. Let's say Bear Grylls has got
his bowl of piss. He has a cow's stomach sack full of piss.
He's waving it around.
I must save it. I need to drink this.
To be fair, if I saw Bear Grylls waving around a cow's bladder full of piss, I'm not even fighting him.
Well, the thing is, it'll be a bit like Popeye and spinach. He'll drink the piss.
yeah, that's exactly how that fight goes. He drinks the piss.
And then have like
superpowers. Superhuman.
Yeah. And then he'll just go, and then like all of a sudden all these animals will come and help him, and he'll fucking like rip Tiger Woods to shit.
And Tiger Woods goes to hit him with a club. It just bends around his head.
Yeah.
It's all crooked, and Bear doesn't even flinch because he's like, powered by piss.
Bear has piss! Just takes him out.
And then he slices him open, and then goes to like camp inside him. And then goes to to shelter inside him, like he did with that camel. Yeah. He cuts him open, and then he waits out a sandstorm inside Tiger Woods. there we go.
And he's not in a sandstorm; he's just in a bunker.
Well, on that note, on the note of
Tiger Woods, note of Bear Grylls is fucking dangerous.
We're going to end the show on that note.
Super.
So we'd like to say thank you for everyone who's listening.
If you need a car, call Car
Smart. They're not paying us yet, but when they do,
we'll make sure they do. I just rubbed the mic with a pencil, so you
did.
Pick that up.
Edit that bit out, won't I?
Probably not.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to say fare thee well to all the listeners. Goodbye.
Ciao.
So, Jason, where can you get more Sweet Connection in your life?
Well, Ben, we are on Facebook at Sweet Connection Podcast, and we're also on Twitter at SweetC_podcast. So you can give us a like or a follow.
And you can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and Podbean. So if you enjoyed the show, you can give us a rating or a review or recommend to a friend.
And if you wanted to email in a topic or a question or just say hi, it's thesweetconnection@outlook.com.
And if you like this show, you should definitely check out all the other amazing podcasts on the No Please Don't network. Visit www.nopleasedon'tpodcast.com. Massive thanks to CIPP and Carlyle Laurent for all of our jingles. Thank you for listening and catch you next time.
Sweet Connection.